Hey, welcome back. Business Ideas Academy here. In this video, I'm going to be mounting the pressure washer hose reel. So we mounted the pressure washer in the last episode. In this one, we're going to mount the hose reel. This is going to have, the hose reel is going to have the high pressure hose on it for the pressure washer. So basically all I've done is I've marked the rail of the trailer. So I'm putting it in the corner. It's going to be mounted to the existing railing of this open trailer. Just going to mark some holes, drill it, and then bolt it into place. It's going to be really strong, even though it's on a corner and a couple of the bolts aren't going to get in there. It's still going to be plenty solid to hold everything in place. All right, I thought I'd come back the next day here and get this thing installed after drilling the holes. And so basically what I'm going to do now is just line up the holes that I drilled in the side rails of this trailer, put the bolts in them, and that's about it. It's pretty simple, simple piece right here. Throw in some, of course, I'm using lock nuts on everything just to make sure that, you know, as we're driving down the road, this thing doesn't come loose. So I'm going to use lock nuts, washers, and some strong bolts on here to hold it in place. And then after we get this thing mounted, we'll go ahead and mount the hose on the reel. All right, now that we've got that thing mounted, I wanted to point out something about mounting your hose. When you're doing anything with high pressure and you've got fittings, you've got to screw together, you've got to use this lock seal product. It is the only thing that is going to keep all your fittings from leaking. I learned that the hard way. You'll see in the video I'm using a different product and it's just not the right one. So get yourself some lock seal, this stuff right here. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and get started putting the hose on the hose reel. And there's a couple of fittings that you got to put on here first. They come with the hose reel. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to put on a quick disconnect for the hose, just like you use to put it on the pressure washer itself. And the reason I'm doing that is because the hose itself doesn't have a swivel on it. So if you try to attach the hose directly to the hose reel, then essentially you've got to turn the entire length of hose to screw it into that piece right there. Now, I think there's a swivel connector that you can get, which would make it a lot easier, but I don't have it at the time I put this together. So I'm just going to go with a quick disconnect for now, and then I'm going to order the right piece and come back and put it on. Now, as you can see that I did not put the right sealer on here. It's not lock seal. So this eventually leaks on me the first time I turn it on, which was a good lesson to learn before you get out in the field, obviously. So every connection that I have with my high pressure side has that lock seal stuff on it. So now I'm just taking this non-marking hose and I'm going to go ahead and reel it up. I eventually get 200 feet on here and it fits nicely, actually. And this hose reel is from Northern Tool. It's supposed to be a 300-foot hose reel, but it fits about 200 feet of this non-marking pressure washer hose, and I like it. I mean, it's pretty good quality. It'll definitely last for as long as I need it to before changing it out. All right, now I wanted to show you guys how I actually set up a downstream injector. This is, you can see the pressure washer handle in front there, and then it actually, what I have done, I got it coming off the pressure washer and I got it plumbed into this downstream injector, and this setup is got a bypass on it. So all you have to do is change that ball valve, change the position of the ball valve, and you can use it as a downstream injector. And you're downstreaming, through the entire length of hose, not at the end of the hose where the nozzle is, where a lot of people do that. I like this setup. I thought it was nice being able to just, maybe eventually have a tank right there that I could do pre-mixed chemicals and downstream from there. Now to close out this video, I just wanted to show you guys how I put a ball valve on the very end of my high pressure hose. That way I can switch back and forth from, say, a surface cleaner to my pressure washer wand without having to go back and actually turn off the pressure washer to be able to swap that out. Anyway, I hope you liked the mounting of the high pressure hose reel, and be sure to check out part number 3 of building your pressure washer trailer.